Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where today we have a pretty big city update for you guys. I know I haven't posted in a couple months, or at least a city update in a couple months, but we do have a lot of changes that have been done, whether it's over here, over there, or everywhere else. So today we're going to go over all these in this kind of mega update to end the year of 2025. So we're going to start off this update in this end of the city, the water area, where we have actually got quite a few changes. You might remember last time where I say we're going to do, the walking area, and then the boats, and then a harbor. Since I took a lot of contemplating, weeks and weeks of deciding, but I decided that I am not going to be putting the industrial harbor in here. I don't think it fits the vibe of the city per se, and I think I have a much better plan for what we could do. But first, I want to go over some new sets that we added. We got 3 new boats here. We got this little fire boat, city set, this police boat with this huge hull for some reason, another great set, and of course, we did get the Jaws diorama set with this amazing looking fishing boat, which I have wanted the set for a while, and I was able to find it on sale, so I was able to grab it. So now we have this big fishing boat here, front and center, and of course, the giant shark that comes with it. Definitely a great set if you can get it before the holidays. Oh, this string keeps falling off every time. It's like hooked up on here, and then it falls off, but whatever. So basically the plans for this area are, I'm pretty sure we're gonna keep the cement like walkway over there. I took it out because I needed to redo it, but that's basically the plan. The docks are going to go basically to here maybe. This part's a little more uncertain, but we're gonna have them go something like this, and then there's gonna be buildings that, like a smaller building like this, or even that Fisherman Village set from Series 9, which I know we're pretty far away from that, but think for the future. So I might have some buildings come around here and kind of like a peninsula of sorts, although it'll just be like rocks going like this and then kind of fizzling out here. And then, of course, all water. I did push this back a little bit. This used to be at the edge of the table, but now we had another base plate because I think we need some more breathing room. Also, I didn't need as much space over there. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But one set that I will most certainly be getting eventually, I have already ordered it. It is the lighthouse, the big $300 lighthouse that will be here. It's probably going to put somewhere over here. That's also why I wanted some more room, and I think it's going to be a great addition to the city. I might go over here, might go over there. Ignore the train tracks. These are for later. But yeah, that's the plan. We have a plan. That's the most important part. I don't know if I'm going to keep buildings over there. There's that one over there, but I'm not sure if that's going to stay. So we'll see how that ends up. But probably the bigger part of the update is over there. So let's go check that out. Okay, so moving on from over here. This part of the city is the one that was changed the most. Because basically what it was, we had the Ninjago buildings over here. And I don't know if you'll remember. I'll try to add a screenshot in. We had the Avengers Tower, like, right here. And I put that there because I didn't want to put any skyscrapers over here. I thought it would just look weird. It would obstruct the view, and I also only have one, so I do not have the Daily Bugle anymore. So, unfortunately, that can't be in the city. But I was debating this for weeks and weeks, like this area and this area. I was very stuck on. Part of the reason why I haven't done an update in a while. But then I had the idea to do a mini expansion. I'm gonna go back there in a minute. But basically, we reconfigured these buildings, and we added an elevated platform back there, which is just for the skyscrapers. So let's go see that real quick. Alright, so now we are back kind of behind the city in this area. I apologize for the little mess. It's a construction zone after all. So basically what we did is I have this little table, and it is yay high. I don't I'm not sure how high exactly it is. Here's a train track for comparison. So it's pretty high up. But basically what I want to do is have a area farther back that pretty much goes up against this wall and is able to create more depth in the city, because the city is only 6 base plates wide, and I didn't want the skyscrapers to be in this row right here. So what we did is we added this table, and it's basically going to be sidewalk, road, buildings. I have the Avengers Tower here. That's going to stay right here. Over here, I'm not sure yet. I was thinking of maybe adding a bridge to go, like, over here but behind, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that anymore. But we'll see. But one of the other things is when we fix this, I realized that this platform over here is basically the same height as this, so we added a little bridge going right over. So I moved this, I think it's called a pagoda, and correct me if I'm wrong. I took this thing, it was originally flipped this way, I made it this way, and then I added a bridge. It's got an arch on the bottom, and it's not done by any means. It needs a lot more work, but you get the idea. And then the train track can go underneath it. The train, speaking of which, I know it ends here. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is, because I don't think I want it to go, like, all the way, and I don't want it to curve here, but I also don't want it to just stop, so I'm really not sure what to do. You can leave your suggestions in the comments if you have any, but I'm kind of stuck on that, because the train station's over there, so it probably should stop there, but I don't want an empty gap here, and I don't want to push these back, so that wasn't very good. Oh, also this, I was motorizing the little gondola car in here, unsuccessfully. I'm not very good with Lego power functions and the coding behind it, so that was unsuccessful, unfortunately. But this is a pretty big update here. I'm excited to really develop this area. It's going to take a while. It is not the #1 priority right now, but just the fact that I found a place for this is very, very important, and I'm very glad that I did so. Alright, so now that we looked at that, we're going to look at the city downtown core, because there's been some changes along here. So, as I said, I shortened this part of the city. This open space used to be 3 base plates by 3 base plates. Now it's 2 base plates by 3 base plates, giving more room for the water. In this section, that's not staying here. Basically, my plan is to put the Bricklink Series 8 University of Science right here. I'm going to take up these 2 base plates. The good looking sides are going to be here, here, and here. The clock tower is going to face that way. I might change that. I might do a mirror build, but I'm not sure yet. Again, that's pretty far down the line. But then the remaining 4 base plates over here are going to be some kind of quad area. Maybe green, maybe cement. Definitely a couple food trucks along here. I'm not really sure. Speaking of food trucks, I did add a couple on here because I was able to get more sidewalk tiles. I ordered 200 of these just the other day, and I installed them along here and along there, over there, and some right along here, because I did add sidewalk detail to here and to there, along with the green strips, and a little bit over there. So this is looking pretty good so far. I don't know if I'm gonna eat the food trucks there. This is probably gonna move too. But I just like having the sidewalk design with these shield tiles here. I think it looks pretty good, and I like it. So it's gonna stay. We did add more roads though. With this whole road is done, this is gonna be added, and then these roads and those roads. This one's warping, so I can't get it all the way down without it. Oh, wait, maybe. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. But the main change, this row stayed the same. The main change here is this gap right here. So what used to be here is this was half the base plate shorter, and that building used to be over here. Now it's over there because if you didn't see, the new 2026 modular shopping street was announced, and I didn't really like it at first, but now that I've seen the reviews, I'm starting to appreciate it more. The hole between the two buildings isn't as big as I thought, so it's kind of more like an alleyway, kind of like this building. There's a little alleyway down there. So I decided that I am going to be getting it. Probably not on release day, but sometime after. And this is where it's going to go. I've looked at reference photos of it next to both these buildings. It looks very good next to this one. And this one, it looks okay. It would probably look better next to here, but I have to mirror build it, and then it won't work here, and then that's a whole mess. So it's going to go here. I do like how it kind of creates a little hole in the street. Also, the alley is going to lead to back here, which I have no idea what's going to go on back here. But for now, we're going to keep some construction people here. Maybe I'll get some more construction sets, because there's a lot of construction happening around the city. So, we'll see how that works. But, finally, we're going to talk about this area. So this section is still kind of my dumping ground for random parts I clean up from the rest of the city. And I apologize for that. I will get it a little more clean. But I do have a plan for this now. Last time, I did say I was going to do a train yard here, and I kind of want to still do that, but not exactly. So it's going to be it's going to be different. So basically, my plan is that track back there is going to come around here, and it's going to go straight here. And then there's going to be another track that's going to go like this and curve around like that. And you're going to have a switch, so you can go in between the two. And then this line is going to be like the cargo line, and this one's going to be the passenger line, because this one connects to that train station. And I want to get the Series 9 set. I think it's called Wood Brick Depot, if I'm not mistaken. I love that set. I have been supporting it since it was in Series 8, and I absolutely love it. So it will be, maybe here, I'm not sure. I gotta figure out the logistics of it, but that is pretty far away, so don't expect to see a ton of development in this area. Maybe roads, but that's kind of it for now. But moving over here, we have made quite a few updates over here in the last little while. First of all, we're going to talk about this. I finally installed a couple weeks ago the ramp that goes up to from the base level to the elevated level, which has 9 bricks of it on it. It was not actually supported underneath. It is just wedged between the top and the bottom, and it stays upright, and I'm not putting any pressure on it, so it works that way. The hill needs to be adjusted over here. I am going to do that, but I want to detail this part a lot more, and then this hill obviously needs to be changed. So that's going to change soon. We're going to get to this in a minute. The farm has stayed kind of the same, at least in this area. This corn keeps falling down, and it is aggravating me quite a bit. So I might have to find a new design, because it just falls over, and it looks, I don't even know what happened here. It just fell over, and it really doesn't like me. So this area is the same. I think I added like a little addition to this, maybe some more carrots, I'm not sure, but not a ton. This is what the new part is. So basically, this is a new horse. There's a couple bricks missing, but it's a new horse stable design that I came up with. Basically, it has these bricks. It's got room for three horses, and it has these like hinge bricks up here. And then I was able to add this roof. Now, I absolutely love this roof. It is staggered shield tiles, which I think make really good shingles, and then this vine on top, and I think it looks really good, especially from afar. There's going to be some kind of barn over here, but we're going to get to that later. I got this red tractor, 4+ set, though I think it looks pretty good for a 4+ set. We also added the sheep enclosure. There's going to be a ton of animals on this farm, but we're going to have some, so we're able to get 2 of these sheep. They came with the tractor set, I believe, so that's most of the reason why I added them. And then the path is actually pretty recent. So so basically the idea is that the people who own the farm live in this A-frame cabin right here. So over here, we have the start of the path that leads out to the road. It goes over here, it goes over here, it goes up, 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 and to the farm. And it's supported by itself underneath. It able to have this red truck here. And I think it looks really good. It goes up about 5 bricks from here, this, up to here. I do need to add some more detail to it, but it's good because then you go up here, and over there. So I think it looks very, very good, and I was able to blend it in on this side. I ran out of the slopes, so I was forced to use cheese slopes, although from afar it looks pretty good. So I blended it in. There's also the waterfall here, and then it curves around, and then it blends in all the way to the end. And, you know, this area is still not done yet. Probably not going to see a ton of updates because it's mostly part-based rather than set-based. So I'm not sure how quickly that's going to go, but hopefully soon. Over here, this has stayed relatively the same. I have stolen a couple of trees because, as far as I've heard, ferns aren't really available on the pab wall anymore, which is pretty upsetting. Although I have heard of a couple walls having them, so I might need to make another road trip. But this has stayed relatively the same. Still really like this area. I did finish this path, however. So now this path goes from the road, it goes up here, at the gates, the wall, and everything in between. I finished the plating up here, which is huge. I think I showed this in my last update, this custom plate for the driveway. Filled in all the green. And then finished this road. So now we have the cul-de-sac. I'm not sure if I can keep these. It's usually just a square, but I might do some kind of angled sidewalk. Even though that'd be kind of pointless, but it kind of looks weird as a square. Finished this sidewalk, and that goes here, across, and then all the way down. And these 2 driveways. We added some more detail over here. I had this little pond from a while ago. It used to be over there, but now it is over here, and I think it looks really, really good. I added a bunch of stems, a couple trees, and I think this is the vibe I want for like everything past the sidewalk, because it's not really supposed to be area you want children in. Sorry for the interruption, but that's kind of the vibe we're gonna go over here. I am mostly gonna use these green stems, but I have a couple dark green ones. I'm not sure if we're gonna add trees to this hill just yet. Again, I'm waiting for detail, but I did detail a tiny little part of it, so that's a little preview of this. But last but not least, there is one more thing that we did add to the city, which I'm sure you've probably seen already. And that last thing, of course, is the antique shop. And yes, we finally did get the antique shop. Came in like starting November, able to build it. Very enjoyable build, and I absolutely love it. I've been waiting for the set for so long, and it looks so good. It scales well. It's actually a similar height to the Santa's Visit over there. The truck looks really good. We added like landscaping, the flowers, the driveway, sidewalk. I really like the chimney on the side. I did take the sign off. It's right here, actually. So the sign is off, and also the awning, because I don't want it to really be an antique shop. I just want it to be a house, and it looks really, really good from all 4 angles. It looks really good from afar, and it really fills in that gap. So I'm so glad that I was able to get that set. And this area with this and this and this and this has looked so much better in the recent times. So I am so glad I've been able to develop this area. But I need more trees, so I'm hoping to add more trees. Anyway, thank you guys for all sticking around to the end of this video. I know it's a long one, but I had a lot to go over between the water and the skyscrapers, the downtown, and everything in between. Yeah, so thank you for sticking around. Hopefully, I might do like updates on Instagram, just like to fill in the gaps, because honestly, everything happened so slowly. That's why I didn't give an update, because like I do these things in tiny little increments, like that little increment, and then that house was a little bigger, but then that took a while, this took a while, so that's why. And I apologize for not giving you the update, but hopefully you enjoyed this update. Hopefully I'd have more soon. Again, Instagram, Brickbuild Studios. Definitely go follow there. Thank you for 1,000 followers. We hit that a couple weeks ago, and we're at 70 subscribers, I believe, on this channel. So we're hoping to hit 100. That should be really nice. I got more videos planned, non-city videos planned for the rest of the year. At least one, maybe two, depending on timing. But we will be doing something on the channel. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.